Hello beauties, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a quick review on the Too Faced Natural Love palette. Now let's just jump right into this video. I've been seeing a lot of different reviews about this palette, and I must say I had to go out and buy it myself just because you kind of have to see what it's all about yourself. So anyway, I picked it up. Actually, I didn't pick it up quite that fast. What I did was I kind of like played around with it, and I left it, and I went back to it, and I stuck my finger in it, and I swatched it, and then I wasn't too sure about it because sometimes, let's be real, sometimes Too Faced palettes, especially these big ones, the holiday palettes, they're not exactly the same kind of ingredient or texture, I should say, as the smaller palettes. But anyway, so I was kind of on the fence about, I was very excited about it, but I was on the fence about it. But anyway, finally just went ahead and did it, picked it up, and I must say I'm in love with it. I'm in love with everything, everybody knows that. But anyway, I do love this palette, especially for like a bridal makeup, or maybe something really soft for a headshot or something, because as you all know, I mainly do photo shoots throughout the week and stuff like that, and I work with models and actors and brides and stuff like that. So I thought this was a great palette for it. Now, it's not going to give you like this crazy pigment out there that, you know, that you're going to see from like a mile away or anything like that. But as you can see, the colors are really nice and soft. Even though you'll have some of these colors right here that are kind of dark, they're really not that dark, but they're absolutely beautiful. My favorite one is the Love Bug. I think that's what it's called, because you guys know I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. But look at that pigment. It's really, really pretty. And, you know, I don't know. Too Faced palettes, I think that you kind of have to work with them a little bit. Some of them anyway. I'm one of those that layers color after color. I'll layer 3 or 4 or 5 colors, whatever. So as long as I get the look that I want, I will keep working on it. I have no problem. I don't get impatient when it comes to working on certain looks and stuff like that. So that kind of doesn't bother me. But anyway, that is one of my favorite colors. The next one is Fairy Tale up here. Oh, wrong one. See? It's just really pretty and soft. And I decided that today I'm just going to go ahead and kind of add some to my face. God help me, because you know, as I said, I cannot see. And my videos are not edited because I'm terrible with that. So I just slap them on online. But anyway, I hope, you know, that doesn't bother you. But let's go right ahead. And I'm going to show you how I like to work this beautiful palette. First of all, I'm going to start off with a primer. And of course, I do love my Too Faced Shadow Insurance primer. I absolutely love this primer. I mean, there's a ton of them out there that are really great, but for some reason, I'm just in love with this one. So I'm going to put a little bit in the back of my hand. Here's my glue, because I did add some makeup because I didn't want to be too scary. But anyway, I do go ahead and put that on with my finger. And I also apply a little bit underneath the eye, the bottom lash line. Anyway, so let me add some on the other side. I mean, I know there's probably a better way to do this, but you know, I have to have control and do everything with my finger. And I just add a little bit on the bottom, because that's going to help the eyeshadow stick and stay. And you know, sometimes I'll go and I'll put it in the back of my hand, and then I'll add the brush to it with the shadow, and that really helps it stick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this Bdellium Tools 785. Oh my gosh, I was able to see this fluffy brush, which I absolutely love these brushes. And then I'm going to go into Fairy Tale right here. Okay, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply that to my entire eyelid. See, and this one's kind of like a color that you kind of have to really work and just kind of pack it in there. And I do go all the way up to my brow bone. See, it's really nice and light. Because I'm kind of one of those, I love dewy skin. I love everything to be really nice and soft and shimmery. Sometimes, depending on what photographer I'm working with, I can't really do that, especially if I'm doing like an actor's headshot. But for my models and stuff, I do like to give a little bit of the shimmer. So I don't know if you could see that, but I did it on my entire eyelid. Okay, and then I go in there with a transitional color, and I'm going to use my Bdellium Tools 766 brush, and I'm going to go into Spoiled right here. Okay, a little bit of that kick. And I'm just going to do a really soft, smoky look. Just kind of work that in there as much as I could see. See? Where did the color go? I'm blind. I know I need to get like one contact, but I think that would be kind of weird. Just having one contact, I don't know. It could be wrong. People do it all the time. But I don't think I'm doing that bad of a job. So blind or not, here I go. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be looking down because my double chin. Anyway, okay, so here we go, right into the crease. And I know out there people say that you shouldn't use frosted color on top of a frosted color. But you know what? What the heck? I know what it looks like at the end, and it's really nice and shimmery and soft and really pretty, and it comes out really nice. So I don't mind using a shimmer with a shimmer. I mean, makeup should be fun anyway. I don't really see a lot of rules unless it's like really scary. Then that's not a good thing. Okay, so as you can see, just kind of going in there, just really nice and soft. And you gotta blend the heck out of it. Okay, so I just kind of leave that alone until I go in with my Bdellium 772 brush, and you can see it's really nice and flat and small. So I'm going to go in there with Love Bug. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go into my lash line, and I'm just kind of go back and forth and smoke it out. And yes, this is kind of a shimmery color. But if you go and you look on my Instagram, you could see how this photographs also. And you'll see that it's really, really pretty. But I usually layer like a bunch of colors. Because like I said, I really don't mind working, you know, colors that are kind of like not so, I mean, they have to be pigmented, but you know, some of these aren't so pigmented, so you kind of have to work with them. But anyway. Okay, see how it looks right there? Okay, now I'm going to go into the undercover right here. And this is a matte color. So I'm going to go ahead and go in towards the end and just kind of lower it a little bit past my lashes, just a little bit. Do the other side. And the trick is to blend, 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 especially when you're kind of lowering that color, because you don't want it to be crazy and look like you have like black eyes. I mean, that is fun to do, and you will see me doing that at times, but right now we don't want to do that. And you see, I just do a little bit. I don't really go in there with a ton of color and just automatically start going to town. I just do it a little bit at a time, just because it is for photography and I don't want anything to look uneven or not blended, because the camera will pick that up. Okay, so I'm going to go with that same color undercover. And I'm going to go right into my crease right here. You see how I'm kind of just kind of like following my lid, my crease. And then I'm just going to flatten that brush out, and I'm just going to smoke it out. God, I was lost for words there for a second. I think when I get too much sleep, I'm like, I just don't think straight. Or is that all I'm doing? Anyway, okay, see, and I just go in with my finger. I like to work with my fingers a lot, because it warms up the product and it does help blend everything in. And I also, this is in my opinion, I don't know if it's true for everybody, but it works for me. A lot of times when I'm going to use like a darker color, like a black, but I never put like a silver and black because it turned into this kind of weird gray, and I'm kind of not into those colors, which could be beautiful on certain people, but that's not my favorite look. But anyway, I do tend to use like a light shimmer, and then I'll go in with like a darker brown or something, and it depends. It has to be certain shimmers, like Steely Kitten is beautiful, and this Fairy Tale, and there's a whole bunch of other colors that are really nice. I love using the Film Star Contour and Sculpt by Charlotte Tilbury. I love using that everywhere. I'll use that on the entire lid, and it just makes everything blend really nice and soft. Instead of putting a dark color when there's no like little bit of a shimmer, it just doesn't blend in as well. I don't know if it's because I've been doing that for 20 years, and to me it just helps blend everything in a lot easier. But of course you have to just be careful what colors you mix together, and it doesn't even have to be like a ton of shimmer. It could be just a little bit, enough to get that darker color moving. So I'm going to do the same over here, just kind of etch out my crease here. And it's not really like a cut crease, it's just really soft. See, it just kind of helps everything show up a little bit more, and then I go in with my finger and I just kind of blend everything in, so it's really nice and soft, because that's my style. I love cut crease, and I'll do it at some point, or sometimes depending on what kind of shoot I'm doing, but a lot of times I just like everything to just be really nice and soft and clean. There, see? So there's just like a really nice soft smoke. And of course, I always, whenever I do photo shoots, I always make sure to do the clothes first. We'll work with the clothes, and then afterwards I look at what they're wearing, and then I just kind of blend everything together. Because you can't, I mean, you can, and I do sometimes, but I like everything to kind of flow with the outfit. It doesn't have to be super matchy, like you could have some kind of, you know, off lip or something, but it has to kind of flow with the outfit. You know, unless you're doing something editorial and funky, then you could go to town. But like for headshots and, you know, like if you're doing celebrities or anything like that, I kind of like to kind of keep it, you know, going all the way from head to toe. That's my opinion. All right, so here we go, just a little bit, and I already have my lashes on. I don't know what my hair looks like, I can't see. See, so this is just a quick look with this beautiful palette, and you guys should go out and get it because it's really nice and I love it. Like I love everything. Anyway, thank you again for joining me, and I will see you again this week sometime. Bye.